guys, so for today's video, I'm going to show you the external and the internal part of a fish. So the internal and the external part of the fish is different from each other depending on their function. So the fish that we are going to use is the tilapia. So let's start with the external part of the fish. So the first one that we are going to discuss is the external part. So the first one is the operculum. So the operculum, it is a bony structure covering and protecting the gills. So then the next is the scales. So the scales, it protect the fish from injury, so it is light or can compare in the skin of the human body. Then next, the pectoral fin. So it is the pectoral fin which allow the fish to stabilize, rotate, and act like a water braking system to halt or slow down their speed during a swimming. So then next, the pelvic fin. So it is the pelvic fin. It helps the fish keep it level and prevent it from rolling side to side. So fish sometimes rest by sitting on their pelvic fins. So next, the anal fin. So it is the anal fin. So the anal fin helps to establish a fish left the keel on the bottom of a boat. Then the dorsal fin. So it is the dorsal fin. So the dorsal fin is a hard fin that helps to keep the fish upright. So the pectoral fin help the fish move from side to side. So they are also known as arm fin. So the last one, the lateral fin. So it is the lateral fin. So this organ is used to feel vibration in the water. So the lateral fin is made up of a series of microscopic holes located just under the scale of a fish. So the next one is the eye. So here it is the eyes. So the eyes, it helps the fish to warn them when a predator is near, or it can detect the slightest movement of a small prey. Then the next one, the mouth. It is the mouth. Yan. So the mouth part of a fish will vary in size and may or may not contain teeth depending on what fish it is. So then next, the caudal peduncle. So this is the caudal peduncle. So it is act as the main rudder during swimming. Then the nostrils. So it is the nostrils. So the nostrils used for detecting odors in the water. So some fish like catfish and eels have a heightened sense of smell. Once an odor is detected, the nerve sends signal to the fish brain that interpret the smell. So this smell might attract the fish or keep it at bay depending on whether the fish interprets the smell to represent food or danger. Now we are finished to the external part of a fish. So we are now going to discuss the internal part of the fish, which the first one is the brain. So nandito po yung brain. Hindi ko na po siya kasi ma-cut. Basta nandun po. So yung brain po, ang pinaka-function ng brain. So the main function of the brain is to control and learn from emotional responses. Now we have the spine. So it is the spine. Yan. So the spine, it protects the fish against predators. So such spines have evolved independently in different lineage and are considered evolutionary drivers of fish diversity. Then we have the muscle. So it is the muscle of the fish. So the muscle blocks on one side contract while those opposite relax, those flexing the entire body alternately from side to side. So as the trunk and the tail bend from side to side, they generate propulsion forces propelling the fish forward throughout the body. Then we have the kidney. So it is the kidney. So the kidney only serve as osmoregulatory function. So the excretion of nitrogenous waste occurs at the gills where ammonia is excreted as quickly as it produced. So the functional unit of the kidney is the nephron, which is composed of the glomerulus and renal tubule. So now we have the gonads. It is the gonad. So the female gonad produces oocyte with follicular cells. So through type 2 division. So by the contrast, in males, germ cells keep dividing as type I germ cells during both the embryonic and the larval stage. So it is the gonad. Then the next is the pyloric caeca. So it is the pyloric caeca. So it is it is stir up of the food. So it putrefies it up and concoct it. So like storage, fermentation, and digestion. Then the next one, the spinal cord. So it is the spinal cord. Yan, yung parang buto po. So the spinal cord transmit motor message to its peripheral nerves and send sensory message back to the brain. As we will see, the various nerves of the peripheral nervous system branch throughout the body. Then the next is the pyloric caeca. So it is the pyloric caeca. So it is stir up of the food. So it putrefies it up and concoct it. So like storage, fermentation, and digestion. Then the next one, the liver. So it is the liver. So the liver pappage, it assists in digestion of secreting enzymes that break down fats, and it also serves as the storage area of for fats and carbohydrates. Then next, the heart. So it is the heart. So the heart is known as the branchial heart because its main function is to pump venous blood to ventral aorta into grills or branchial, and then to somative vasculate. Next, the stomach. So it is the stomach. So the stomach and its intestine digesting and absorbing feedstuff. The intestine is critical for water and electrolyte balance, endocrine regulation of digestion and metabolism, and immunity. Now, the last one, we have the gills. So it is the gills. So the fish gills are responsible for a number of critical functions in addition to respiration, like the osmoregulation, excretion of nitrogenous waste, and also the pH regulation and hormone production. Okay, and that's the end of this presentation or this demonstration. Hope you have learned something about the external and the internal part of the fish. Thank you!